Hi everyone, so today we have a new video review, and as you can see, this time we are going to talk about fresh release from valiantwings publishing. So we have here the new book from them. It's their so-called Airframe and Miniature series, and you can notice that it's book number 22 as it's written here. And well, the let's say cover hints on the aircraft which will be covered in this book. So we have the famous F4F Wildcat. Actually it's F3 as far as I remember, but we have it here fully covered with the GM F1 and FM2, so it's quite a cool guide to this famous aircraft. And now, especially with the recent releases from all big brands including Edward, it might be handy in order to build something interesting. As you can see, the book author is Richard Franks, and we have here quite a hefty publication. As you can see, it's thick, and there should be something around 208 pages, and also publisher was promising some of the aircraft schemes, or let's say drawings, so we will see if they're included into my book. But again, what I have here is the final shape of this book, so you'll get exactly the same stuff as what you'll see in this video review. Nothing will change, and if you order it, for example, from official Valiantwings website, you'll get exactly the same stuff. So first of all, it's a soft cover, and you saw the thickness. I already mentioned the page count, and I think now it's the time to close the lenses a bit, because when we open the pages, so that you won't be blind by the white cover here, maybe we can close them even more, because here we have the contents page. So the overall book division or design, it's pretty much typical for this publication or for this series. As you can see, we have the airframe chapters, miniature chapters, and also appendices. And next we start with the development history. So here you'll find, well, usually they place a lot of black and white and color photos depending on the aircraft which is covered. As you can see here, we have mostly black and white pics, but still they will be handy for some diorama ideas, maybe for some weathering ideas, or also for assembly ideas in case you plan to copy one of the particular markings depicted there. Okay, next one is quite interesting. As you can see here, we have Evolution Production, and here we have the SUS side profiles shown in order to designate any of the versions which were created for this aircraft. And this is quite handy in order to find the differences between aircraft. So this is quite useful, and also it will give you a better knowledge of this aircraft for sure. And as you can see, it spans over several pages, so quite a hefty, let's say, chapter to read. And here finally we start with the camouflage and markings. Somehow I find it always in every book quite interesting due to these cover printed profiles. As you can see, these are not full-fledged marking guides, but still these cover profiles might give you an idea on what version to copy, and then you can try to find the full marking guide for this aircraft. But well, sometimes this, let's say, side profile is more than enough, because you have the standard placement of the insignia on the aircraft, so it's just a matter of seeing this design from the side. And as you can see, we also have the black and white photos accompanying this, so it might be also useful in order to understand how to paint your aircraft. And of course here we have the stenciling guide, so that you know how to apply it on your aircraft. Next is the Wildcat Kits chapter. It's chapter number 5. So here we have full list of the kits which are available in order to copy this aircraft in all scales. So for example, here you can see Arma Hobby, which we reviewed already, and you can find it on our YouTube channel. The same can be said about this Edward release. Pretty much a nice kit and recent kit which was reviewed by us. And here we continue with first build. So this one is assembled from aircraft kit from Airfix, and I'm just trying to find the scale. It's a 1/72 scale, so as you can see, quite a detailed build. And we have also these photos which will help you to understand what was done and how this result was achieved. Next we continue with Arma Hobby. So also Arma Hobby was assembled by me as well, so you can find the video review on our YouTube channel, but this one obviously is not assembled by me. Here we continue with Edward kit. So this one is even more detailed because it's a bigger size model, and as you can see, it's a 1/48 scale kit, so offers a lot of space for some creative let's say methods. And then the last one, I guess it's a Trumpeter 1/32. This one is huge in 1/32 scale. But as far as you can see, there are also some modifications due to this size in order to have more features in such large build. And then we come to the so-called building a collection section. So here we have the all of the differences between the aircraft depicted with help of this schematic views. As you can see, the dark gray color actually hints on the main differences between the let's say new and the prior version of the aircraft. So it's quite a handy thing, and again it might be useful in order to replicate some particular version, because some minor differences matter in this hobby, so that's why it's important to have such thing included into the aircraft guide. And here we continue with another chapter number 8. It's so-called in detail. So here we have color photos and black and white photos, but well, those will be handy for modelers who like to additional detailing to add it on your model. So that's where this section will be useful and handy in order to scratch build or maybe to apply some photo edge parts in a more convincing way. And as you can see, it doesn't focus only on the interior. We have also, for example, the horizontal tailplane and elevators, which is also quite important because sometimes manufacturers just miss minor features, and then those guides might be actually useful in order to understand what you have to do and how you can achieve a bit more convincing finish. As you can see, the famous undercarriage system. Also here we have the machine guns and armament, and then we have also rockets, and here you can see the radio station on this aircraft. And then we continue with cameras, and also that's a different section. Here we have the appendix number 1, so it's all Wildcat kits in different scales. This is also a typical thing for this series of books. Next is the accessories. So this one actually quite useful in our hobby, because here you can make a list of the things or improvements you would like to have on your model, so you can just line them up and then try to find them in the shops, because sometimes not all of those sets are available. And of course those decal sets, so they might be useful in order to replicate one of the markings which were shown in the markings section. And here, by the way, we have quite a set picture, but yeah, 208 pages. And here we have also the drawings in 1/48 scale, so they might be handy for modelers who like to rescribe the model or maybe apply some riveting on the aircraft. So here you can see it's written 1/48 scale. And of course the price is here. It's 26.95, so 27 British pounds. In my opinion, it's a reasonable investment in case you would like to have a nice model in whatever scale you would prefer to assemble your aircraft. And it should be already available. So here we have a useful manual for all your feature builds in whatever scale, but it will be for the Wildcat. Of course, I will be happy to hear your opinion, so do not forget to write it here in the comment section below. And I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye.